want this. I think I'm already live, but I do want this. I love my scarves. Okay, it's going to take a minute for or two for Instagram to go up because I am working on. I know I am live on Facebook. Uh, Here we go. I'm going to share that. And then I'm going to see what happened here. On Instagram, I was practicing this morning going on, and it finally clicked in. So it does take a minute over there. Let's see. We might have to start without finding out how Instagram is doing. But I also want to make sure that I have you here on Facebook. So if somebody has a comment, I can go ahead and see it. Because right now I have more of you on Facebook. All right. Very good. Well, I don't know about Instagram, but okay. We'll just have to keep on trying, right? And it's interesting that I talk about this because I do want to talk about quitting. It's one of the things that I want to talk about today. Uh, how often the word quit is in your vocabulary on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. How often are other words in your vocabulary? Uh, Keep trying, keep going, don't give up. We are brought up with certain vocabularies that our parents use, that our siblings use, that our aunts and uncles use, whoever who is around you, right? Sometimes we live away from family, so there are close friends and their parents that are around us as people grow up. So what is their vocabulary? What is it that we're constantly listening to? Um, that is the question here, right? Uh, so these vocabularies affect us 100% on how we become, who we turn into, how much effect, influence have these people have had on us. I want to start with talking about birds, what birds do. What birds do in order for them to fly. They have to let go of the branch of the tree that they're holding on. They have to let go of it in order to fly. Why do birds want to fly? Well, of course, I'm sure flying is fun. Um, they need to go get food, right? They need to go drink water, get a bath. They need to go get supplies to make a home. They need to go find a partner in life. So there are all these different reasons why birds fly. But if they hold on to the branch and never fly, they're stuck. They're in a state of freeze. Like sometimes, do you ever feel like you're in a state of pause? You're not going forward, you're not going backwards, nothing is happening in your life. And you're like, Okay, what's going on here? Right? And you're aware of it. You're aware that nothing is going on. So if a bird is holding on, are they aware? I mean, I'm sure they're aware that they're holding on. They do call it flight, freeze or flight, right? They call it something like that. So we want to make sure we are aware that we're holding on, right? And what are you holding on to? Are you holding on to your past? The past that hurt you? The past that told you maybe you were this or that, or you lack this or you lack that? Past relationships that didn't work and you're afraid to have a new relationship now? What is it that you're holding on to that you need to let go of? Even clutter, even disorganization are signs that you're holding on to something that you need to let go of. I literally, when I'm throwing something away, like a piece of clothing or giving it away, or, friends, family, do you like this scarf? I'm just done with it. Washed it, clean, folded. Who wants it, right? This process of giving it away, selling it, or putting it by the trash bin, maybe somebody else would like to come get it, is a process of letting go. And I always bless the item. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming into my life. Thank you so much for all the beautiful times you made me look beautiful, all the times you made me look good, all the times you kept me warm. Now I bless you to do the same to someone else. There's a fly in my house that's insisting needs to be near me. So um, when I give something away, I always in my mind say I am also letting go of something that's not serving me. Sometimes the universe knows better of what that would be. I don't need to know what it is energetically. I don't need to know what it is emotionally, psychologically, how whatever it may be, however it looks like. All I do is create the intention by giving this away. I am letting go of something that's not serving me. So when we're letting go, I have notes. When we're letting go, it's not about when we have a past, it's not necessary that you want to let go of the memory. It's not that you don't want to remember. Memories are what makes us who we are. If we had zero memories, who would we be? We would wake up constantly every morning trying to figure out who we are. We need our memories, good, bad, or indifferent, to be who we are. but it is not reliving it. Remember it as an experience, but don't relive it. I remember when I lost my first dog, I've had her for 10 years. I had for Havana for 10 years. I continuously relived that last day. That last day, how she was, and how we took her to the vet, and how I had to leave her body there. I remember I constantly relived it. I would relive it so much, and not only during daytime. I couldn't sleep at night. I would wake up in the middle of the night, remembering, reliving, put my bathrobe on, and walk around the house like a lost soul, sobbing, constantly reliving that day that I lost her. Yet, I had 10 years of wonderful memories to relive, to remember, to cherish, to laugh. But I chose that last day. And then it would just, the reliving wouldn't just be for a few minutes, it would be for such a very long time. It would go on for days and days and days. And I would be depressed and I would be sad and I didn't know where I was. I would get in the car to go drive to my parents. Wouldn't remember how I got there. How dangerous is that? It's okay to remember the experience, but when we start reliving it, then we're putting stress and anxiety and just hardship on our bodies. And we're literally declining our time to be on this planet. So remember the experience, but let go of the pain. Let go of the branch. I'm doing this because it's like letting go of the branch, like a bird would let go of the branch in order to live, in order to survive, in order to go get food and water and make a home and find a partner in order to continue on living. So in a way, I had quit, right? I had quit living those days, those, if you add them all up, it was probably a couple of months. And I remember, like, when I am thinking back, it's like I didn't need to do that. Yes, we need to grieve. In this situation, I'm bringing this up. We need to grieve. We need to mourn, but we don't need to do that for the rest of our lives. And there's other things that we go through in our lives that create sadness. Uh, when I want you to remember that somebody that always is lies to you, so you don't need to um, believe whatever they said. You don't want to forget that. You don't want to forget that you loaned somebody money a few times and they haven't returned any of it. So next time they come and ask for money, you can say, sorry, once you pay back the other ones, then I'll be happy to loan you this one. And maybe you wouldn't still. I wouldn't. Um, you want to remember things like this. These are memories that benefit you, but there are memories that do not benefit us to reliving it. And so some of you know that I have another job. This is not my only job. So I've been there 7 months. I can tell you easily in these 7 months, I've probably thought about quitting like 200 times. Because when you start something new, it's not easy. It's not always easy. Like if you go buy a new car or a different car, you know how to drive it. But a new job is not that easy like driving another car, right? Driving a rental car. Um, it has been very hard, but you have to find your own lingo in order to have like a discussion with yourself so that you don't quit. So my lingo with this job has been, okay, you want to quit? Great. What are you going to do tomorrow? If you don't go to work, what are you going to do? Well, then a whole list of stuff, right? I can pick posts for my business pages, all my social media. I can make new videos. I can work on trimming them, making little reels and this and that. And I can do this. And I have this class. I want to finish taking it. The videos, it's one of those, you just go at your own pace. Okay, what about week 2? What about week 3? What am I going to do in 3 weeks on Tuesday morning when I wake up and I don't have my job to go to? So, unless in my mind I can fill a couple of months of things to do, I continue to go to work. And it's been such a blessing because as time has passed, I have become better at it. As time has passed, I have found friends at work that we even talk to each other when we're not at work. Such a beautiful blessing. So think about beyond what it is that you want to quit. Trust me, there were so many other times that I've wanted to quit. And I have quit. There are other things that I have quit. And it would have been better for me not to. I had another job that I loved. My boss was really nice. My coworker was a very good friend of mine who taught me everything. Had I stayed in that job, I would have been really good at it. I didn't give it a chance. Yes, it was hard. Yes, it was long hours. Yet, yes, it was far. But I still didn't give it a chance. So, are you giving yourself a chance to accomplish something you have said that you're going to? So, I am so happy still that I have not quit my job. I am so happy that I continue. Stay with it. And if you're contemplating, have like honest arguments with yourself, honest discussions with yourself about how you got into it, and if you have something to fall on. Now, relationship is a little different. Relationships, if the other person's not respecting you, I know relationships I should have left earlier that, would have been way better for me. Relationships are a little different than jobs. Couple of friends I should have let go a long time before I did. Definitely. So contemplate on those. Are they respecting you? If you're getting this instinct, this intuition that there's something off here, that you need to walk away, that this is not working out, something is off balance here, you need to really listen to your intuition. I was remembering this story. It's a couple of minutes long, um, but literally, a friend of mine had shared that she was single, uh, married, uh, best friend of her ex had called her and said, I want to come over, not to have coffee, if you know what I mean. And couple of years later, I was at this evening event, and I met this gentleman, his wife's sister, lovely people, chatted with them. And then I was on the dance floor. It was New Year's Eve. I was on the dance floor dancing, and the guy came up and said, "Let's exchange phone numbers. Maybe we can get together." And then all of a sudden, this memory of that story came to me in that moment, in that instant. And I was like, oh, this guy doesn't have good intentions. And I said, sure, we should exchange phone numbers. And I'll be sure to tell your wife and his sister to come. I'll come over in a few minutes and talk to them. And he just stood there like in a shocked, like he was totally shocked and surprised. And that's when I knew that my intuition was 100% right. And so he walked away. And yes, 10, 20 minutes later, I did go to their table. I did talk to the wife and said, I'd love for you guys to come over one day. It never happened, but your intuition will tell you when something is ready to be let go of, when something is not kosher, when something doesn't feel right. Trust your intuition and it will guide you. Listen, things pop in your mind, things pop in your memory for a certain reason, and you need to trust it. So, um, looks like we have a couple of comments here. Um, Hi, Kim. Hi, Lisa. It's so nice to see you guys here. Um, okay, unless anybody has any questions about all of that, what I like to do is draw cards. If somebody has a question, I want to draw cards for this coming week. Oops, I think one of the cards, yeah, here we go. This one and this one. All right. And another one. How did this happen? Is this allowed? Okay. So, how is this coming week going to be for all of us who are watching now and who will be watching later? Today is Monday, October 14th, 2024. And although I read the date, I said the date, I want you to know that um, anytime in the future you watch this, it will still be just perfect. All right. We have the tower, the star, and the letter. Okay. The tower, as you know, is intuition systems, and there's a lot of systems going on right now since we're just a few weeks away from the United States election. The letter is news, and the star, destiny. The star is positive. The letter is positive. So I believe this is a little bit more personal with your, this is more personal than society wise. And you're going to get good news. All of us are going to get good news as regarding a business, regarding something that has to do with uh, like organizations, bureaucracy, court, things like that, into institutions. Does that make sense? Um, so I'm excited about my good news coming. And we have a question about a case winning. Okay. Let's see. Well, young lady, this one we have the fox, and as you know, and the ship and the coffin. It's this way. The ship, ship is movement. It's also emotional. The fox is always cunning, right? The fox is, and we knew from get-go that this case had a lot of cunning energy, negative energy attached to it. And the coffin is the end of it all. It's the end. So my answer is yes. Yes. It's going to be, the case is going to be over. You're going to have to share everything you have with your lawyer. Um, all the paperwork, all the information. Uh, yes, exactly. And he will have a little bit, he's gonna have to do his song and dance, but the lawyer knows how to do that. He's got the key in his hand. So that's wonderful. I'm really, really happy for you. And that's about it for now. Maybe next week I'll be able to figure out how to go live on Instagram. Even though I tried it this afternoon and everything worked well, I'm going to have to continue testing it and go from there. And that's what it's all about. It's not about This could be an opportunity for me to be upset about it. I tested it, it should have worked, and all of that stuff. But instead, I can just continue practicing and getting it right. That's right. The truth will set you free. You're very welcome. I'm not doing anything. You're the one that's doing everything. I'm really happy you were able to find the right lawyer. All right, everybody, have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Monday. Bye.